All right. What's up, everybody? Welcome, welcome. Thank you all so much for joining me on this beautiful Model Monday Live. So good to see everybody in here again. What a great day. What a beautiful Monday. We got some rain finally yesterday. That was good. We needed that rain. We needed that rain. That's for sure. Welcome, welcome, one and all. It's so good to see everybody in here. My favorite day of the week, Model Monday Live. My favorite live stream, my favorite day of the week. LCR Brick Tech is here, says, hey, Toby. Ready for another amazing stream on MML. Onshape is all fired up and ready to go. Lorenzo, nice. Great, excellent. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome, welcome. Dom Linder is here. Welcome, Dom. Thanks for joining us today. Great to see you in here again. Rambros, the world champion of 3D CAD speed modeling, is here. Rambros, I saw your LinkedIn. I think it's so awesome that you have 3D CAD speed modeling world champion there on your LinkedIn. That's an epic, epic, epic flex. You're letting everybody know that you are the man, the champ. I love it. Oh, man. So cool. It made me smile when I saw that today. Let's see here. Chris Knudsen is here. What is up, my man? Welcome, welcome. Thanks for joining us. AFFI is here. Says hello, 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 hello. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, one and all. Rock Crawler's here in the chat. Says hello, all. Hello, Rock Crawler. Jern is here. What's up, what's up? Yup, that's me. Taking a work break. Omri says hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, one and all. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Victor K is here, the 2023 world champion at 3D CAD speed modeling. Great to see you in here, Victor K. Vicky Chong is here. Hi, Vicky. Hello. Great to see you in here. I miss you. I miss seeing you in person. Great to see you here in the chat, at least. Trying to adjust my lighting a little bit. Problem is I have different monitors and they all look they're all tuned a little bit differently. So Sean Richards is here in the chat. Says, what's up, Toby? What's up, Sean? Welcome. Thanks for joining us today. Great to see you in here. Azi Asai is here. Azi is here. Welcome, welcome. Apparently, work computer was unavailable, so I'm still in Onshape today instead of Solid Edge. That's all right. Onshape is an absolute crusher. You know, I'm totally in love with Onshape right now. Chris Wilkins says, howdy, gang. Hope everyone's week started well. Well, it's definitely starting well now that we are all here together in Model Monday Live. Bob Phelps says hello from Iowa. Hello, Bob. Thanks for joining us today. And Jern says, I hope there would be a world champion interview of Rambros sometime soon. Yeah, we definitely got to make that happen. That was fun doing all the interviews in past seasons. I think we can try to make it happen again this season for sure. Rambros Workshop says, college degrees are worthless, useless. TooTallToby's award is a real deal. Yes, indeed. Aaron C is here, says hi, everyone. Hi, Aaron C. Great to see you in here. And let's see here. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, the lock bolt looks great. LCR, great job. Saw that image on there. It looks good. Well, guys, welcome, welcome. I will say one thing. I was kind of reflecting on our chat last week, and I remember that in the chat, people were saying, like, the tournaments are cool and everything, but this is Model Monday Live is where people really come to compete. This is like we're taking it to the streets. We're working out our material. We're scrimmaging. Like, this is where we really get to put in the practice, and I love that sentiment. You know, I heard you guys saying it last week, and then I watched it again in the recording, and I just think it's so awesome. It just brings such a smile to my face to know that we have this place we get to go to every week to all hang out together, to talk shop a little bit, and to work on our chops, you know, and to have a little bit of fun side competition. So I absolutely love it. I love the sentiment, and I'm so glad you guys are all here. FPV Kev is here. What's up, my man? Friend in the Discord, friend on YouTube Live. I love it. Friends everywhere. Welcome, welcome, one and all. All right, guys, let's get into it here with this episode of Model Monday Live. Today is 11/11, a big day on the calendar. I think last year this is when we did the actual tournament on 11/11. It worked out great. So great to see everyone here again. Thank you all so much for joining us today. It's so good to have everybody in here on this beautiful Monday, 11/11. And guys, over the weekend, we saw our 100th, number 100 practice models completed here by J-Mac, topping the community scoreboard, completing 100 practice models challenges. Absolutely epic. Onshape just dominating the top of this leaderboard. I like it. I like it. But we've got a lot of CAD systems here. All CAD systems are welcome in Model Monday Live and on TooTallToby. And if you go to practicemodels.com, you too can get on this scoreboard. And so I was thinking that we should probably do something a little bit special for model number 101. So we're going to try and release 101 either today or tomorrow. Probably tomorrow we'll actually do it, model number 101. And guys, what I was thinking was a new material. We're going to introduce a new material here. So you know that up until this point, we've been doing everything with three material types. And so we are going to introduce a new material into the practice models TooTallToby custom material library. And I think this will not only, make for a little bit more variety as far as the challenges go, but I'm also excited because it's going to let us create models that maybe are a little bit more real world once we have that fourth material in there. And so the additional material that we're going to add, not fiberglass, good guess, Kev in the chat saying fiberglass, not fiberglass, but the additional material we're going to add, well, I'll give you a little clue here. It's something in this picture. And I tried to look up a picture of what the new material would be, and this was one of the pictures that I ended up finding, and I thought this was such a strange picture. Like, that's a snowmobile, right? It's just kind of totally dry day, and it's just pulled up onto a giant pile of wood. So I thought that was a very strange picture. It almost looks like it's AI generated or something. I don't know why exactly this picture exists or why that park job would happen. I could see something like this happening, in the woods, like at random, but like directly onto a pile of fresh cut wood. That seemed very strange. Seemed like a very strange image. So it will be something in this picture. And Victor K says someone's snowmobile broke and then the snow melted. There we go. Mystery solved. Broke down somewhere, and then once the snow all melted, that's what was underneath. I like it. I like it. That is good. So we will find out tomorrow, probably tomorrow, what that new material is, but be on the lookout. I like all these suggestions. Pine, balsa, got wood, rubber. J-Mac in the chat. What's up? Jamie, thanks for joining us. Congratulations on making it to 100 practice models. Absolute leader here on the leaderboard. 100 practice models, amazing. Completing 100 practice models challenges. That is putting in some time for sure. Congratulations. Vinyl Air, I like that. PLA is my favorite. Let's see here. What else we got? The problem with PLA is of course we could do the density of PLA if it was like completely solid. But if you're talking about in 3D printing, then infill becomes such a randomizer. It's hard to, to get anything valuable out of that. Let's see here. Victor K is a detective. Yes, indeed. Wood, carbon, trees, carbon, metal, carbon. Carbon, yeah. Good guess. Carbon. We are all carbon. I like that. Lance Smith says glass. Carbon fiber. Yep. I like that. It's a full frame camera, so it looks dreamy. Yes. Yeah. It could be anything. Could be anything. Could be anything in this image. We will find out later this week. All right, guys. Welcome to Model Monday Live. Today is Monday, November 11th. If you're new here, if it's your first time here live, please let us know in the chat. We always like to welcome all of the newcomers to the live stream. Great to see all of the regulars in here as well. And what we're going to do today is 2 CAD speed modeling challenges. One of them is going to be a tier 5, a little bit of a blast from the past, but I think you guys will still have fun with it. I certainly had fun with it. Lance Smith said, my first time here. Welcome, Lance. Thanks for joining us today. Hope you enjoy these challenges. We're going to do 2 live CAD speed modeling challenges. We're going to do a live solve using Onshape. We're going to hang out with the best chat ever. I did see Aaron C. Made a comment there in the chat. I think a lot of people will probably share the sentiment. I really like the videos where you break down all the options in depth for a single feature, like your fillet video. It would be awesome to see that same thing for more complex features. So one thing I will say about this is that this is basically the format of my advanced part modeling training class. Currently, that's a live class, but we're in the process of making that an online class as well, so people can take it on demand as they have time. I know a lot of people struggle to get into the training classes for 2 full days, so we are going to be making that into an online class, and that's what we really really do. We really break down a whole entire feature. But I agree with you. I mean, it's a lot of fun to do that. It's crazy how deep some of these features go. So maybe I'll pick a couple of more features that aren't in that training class, and then I can make some videos of those features as well. Great suggestion from our old friend, Aaron C. Thank you so much for that suggestion, my friend. All right, guys, let's get into it here. Welcome to the best chat ever. This is what I'm going to live solve today. This is kind of a fun part because it's got a rib in it, but the rib fails. So we have to figure out a different solution for the rib, and maybe we'll even see some delete face in there. You know, we love delete face. Give us some bonus points. If you're here watching, don't forget to hit the like button. I always try to remind people to hit the like button before we get into the first challenge. So before we get into that first challenge, hit the like button. We got 17 likes currently. We got 39 people watching. Let's see if we can get that ratio up to 1-to-1 or even higher. People have to drop out. So let's get that ratio up even higher. Aaron C says he wants to see more info on the indent command. I think that is a surprise to no one in the chat. Aaron C would probably enjoy an entire weekly series dedicated to indent, and I think we could probably make that happen. So, so don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. And congratulations to Aaron C for all these excellent ideas. I like this. We do talk about the difference between loft and boundary in the advanced part modeling class as well, so that's definitely something we could riff on for a little bit. All right, guys, here we go. Model Monday Live's CAD speed modeling challenges for everyone in the chat. Ricardo Jean is here right on time. What we're going to do is we're going to show you a 2D print and challenge you to turn that 2D print into a 3D model and calculate the mass of that model. You're going to enter that mass directly into the YouTube chat. Now, the rules are pretty simple. You can use any 3D CAD package as long as you can input density and output mass. And you want to make sure that you use the specified precision that is on the print. If it says x.xx, then make sure that you put it in at 2-place precision. If you go more precise, that's totally fine. You can go 8 places if you want. That's fine. But don't go less precise or you'll probably fall out of the available tolerance. And the first person to answer correctly in the chat will be declared the winner and will get a point on the ongoing Model Monday Live leaderboard at TooTallToby.com. So with that, let's get into it. Here are the materials that we use for these challenges. Currently, there are 2 materials with the densities specified. Soon, we're going to see 3 materials. Soon, we're going to see a new 4th material. And so, Cargene says, got to go out. Have to go help you go take care of what is the most important, Ricardo Jean. Good seeing you in here. Good seeing you in here. So, guys, make sure you take a screen capture if you're here for the first time. Make sure you know what these densities are. Depending on what 3D CAD system you are using, these densities are going to be different. You might have plain carbon steel and fusion, but the density is a little different. So make sure that you are using the correct material densities here. And the advanced rules are, this is meant to be fun and good-spirited. I will make mistakes from time to time. And, of course, the Ivan exploit is permitted. And if you're out there and you're not familiar with the Ivan exploit, have no fear. Aaron C and I are working on the project of creating the Ivan exploit video. We had to roll back our progress a little bit. We decided to switch over to start using Jira to track our progress. So now we're in a whole new ticket management system, but we're back on track now. And I think it's going to be any day now that you're going to see the Aaron C, TooTallToby collaborative masterpiece that is known as the Ivan exploit video. So, yep. Oh, no, not Jira. Yep. We had to get into Jira. We were losing track. We had so many good ideas for this video. We started losing track, but don't worry, guys. We're back on track now. And I think that we're going to see some pretty good stuff from this video. But enough about that. The Ivan exploit is permitted. With that, let's get into this first challenge. The challenge will go live as soon as I show the 2D print. Let me switch over to full screen. Get ready to screen capture this because I'm only going to show it for a couple of minutes. Here we go. Get your screen capture software ready. This first challenge goes live in 3, 2, 1, go. What is the mass of this part in xx.x grams? Tolerance is plus or minus 0.3 grams. This part is in MMGS. It's made from 1060 aluminum alloy with a density of 2,700 kilograms per cubic meter. And this is a tier 3 model known as PCRduino. Another friend of the show, longtime friend of the show. Very excited to model up this part. Very excited for all of you to give this thing a try. PCRduino says, no way, that's me. Yes, indeed, my friend. Thank you so much for being a longtime member, supporter of the show, friend of the show, and a fellow educator. Guys, give this part a try. I will say one thing. There's one feature in this model that unexpectedly caused a bit of a challenge for me, caused a bit of a failure. It fought me. This was using the CAD system I was using. I don't want to say what CAD system it was. I want it to, be a surprise for all of you. But there was one feature that I tried to create in this model that really unexpectedly stopped me in my tracks. So be ready, guys. Be ready to work around if you need to. You should always be ready to work around if you need to. Was I using build 123D? I might have been. I don't want to say. All right, guys. Good luck to everyone on this challenge. You're gonna have a few minutes here, maybe a few minutes here for working on this. Maybe 15 minutes to work on this. So see if you can get through it in 15 minutes. A tier 3 model. Not the easiest model that we've ever had, but not the most difficult either. I think it's right in that sweet spot, and it's a real honor to have been able to do some research. This actually looks like this is actually one half of my servo gripper for an arm that I make for robots. You recognized it. All right, then we did it right. We made the model the right way. We made it enough that the originator could recognize it. That is awesome. Khalil says, hopefully not CATIA V5. We definitely have CATIA V5 users in here, and they are amongst the most accurate when it comes to submitting the mass. They get very precise, very, very precise with the mass. The CATIA V5 users. Guys, let's talk about a little bit of news in the world of TooTallToby. We've already had some big news, right? Adding a new material is huge. Don't forget to support the channel. Hit the like button, subscribe, share, and reshare. And your challenge this week is to tell one coworker about the channel. Shout out to CATIA V5. Yes, indeed. Your challenge this week is to tell one coworker about the channel. Walk up to them while they're working on their bar graph. Whisper in their ear. Say, that's a really nice pen. Also, visit TooTallToby.com. It's where everybody cool is hanging out. So that's your challenge this week. Don't forget to tell at least one coworker about the channel. What are we doing here as far as likes go? We got 29 likes. We got 40 people watching. I like that ratio. We're getting closer and closer to that 1-to-1 ratio. Oh, you know what? I don't think I liked it over here on my little test computer. There we go. That's one more. One closer to our goal. All right, guys, don't forget, if you have the financial means and you feel so inclined, we always welcome financial support, financial contributions to help the channel out, kind of work off of a value for value thing here, where if you feel like you're getting value out of the channel and that value is enough to send some value back, we encourage you to do so. You can do that through the super chat down at the bottom of the current chat that you're looking at. There's a little $ thing there. You can use your credit card for super chat. You can do that using what's called super thanks. So if you're watching the recording of this live stream, you can use what's called super thanks. You can also do it via our website, www.TooTallToby.com/donate. We have options set up there for PayPal or for Venmo. And you can even set up what's called a recurring contribution. So you can set up something where it's just like every month. So it's like currently maybe you pay for Netflix or Disney or something like that. Well, this would just be a different service that you could maybe pay for, just like those other services, just because you enjoy the entertainment that you're getting from TooTallToby.com. Now, we do have some other options for contributions and for financial support, but I just want to take a moment and thank our regular recurring contributors here, Dale W., Sylvain, Yup, That's Me, and Martinell. These guys are all on the recurring TooTallToby financial support program, and we really, really appreciate it. It definitely goes a long way. And K Customs is in the chat, says, hello, people. Hello, K Customs. Great to see you. Thank you for joining us. Great seeing you in here. And guys, we do also have a new option in YouTube, join membership option. This is just another option, very similar to what I described before. And this gives you the opportunity to just kind of say, yeah, I'd love to support the channel. I want to show my support, and I'm going to join the YouTube channel just because it lets me kind of show my support to the community, show my support to the TooTallToby crew, and kind of helps us keep going. These are all great ways to keep the channel going. We're trying to, really get under this thing, get it going, and get it bigger. Just kind of keep getting this thing to grow. So all these different financial contributions definitely help. Now, in the world of TooTallToby, what else is happening? Well, we do have a brand new training class coming up by popular demand. popular demand for this training class. December 3rd and 4th, we are going to be hosting a live sheet metal training class, live on a web meeting, but live with me for 2 days. Sheet metal training class for SolidWorks users, SolidWorks sheet metal fundamentals, brand new training class, never taught before. I mean, I've taught sheet metal plenty of times, but I've never taught this custom one that I wrote. So sheet metal training class, we're going to learn about how to create new parts using base flange, adding edge flanges, doing cuts in sheet metal, doing bend deformation calculations, creating the flat pattern and adjusting the options in the flat pattern, doing sheet metal drawings, exporting the DXF, importing a model that needs to be flattened, like from a different CAD system, and more. Lots more. Plus any questions you have for me over those 2 days. So December 3rd, December 4th, you can contact Vicky at TooTallToby.com to sign up for that. You can sign up for it at the website as well. And when you're done with that class, you get a training manual, you get a bundle of training files, and you get this training certificate that says that you are an awesome student and that you have completed this training class. And of course, we have the CSWP Prep training class. I'm really proud of this one. This one is available for anyone to take anytime. It's available on demand. It's a collection of 5 hours of video content, plus you get a sample CSWP prep exam. So you get to like keep going through and making sure that you practice everything that you can expect to see on the exam. Not the exact same questions. These are custom questions that I wrote to prepare you for the actual exam, but it gives you everything you need to take the exam. You get to download the training files to continue to practice to make sure that you are ready for the exam. And of course, you get a bunch of great tips and tricks, not only for certifications, but really for any SolidWorks user just to be more efficient in the software. But we do have some tips and tricks on any certification. You know, when I say that tips and tricks for any certification, that's stuff like pay attention to the bottom of the screen where there's a time bar, because that's going to let you know how much time is left in the exam. But also pay attention to the linear dependencies of the questions. So like some sections in the exam, it goes question 1, and then question 2 is built on question 1, and then question 3 is built on question 2, and then question 4 is built on question 3. But then question 5 is a whole new data set. So like you download a new file or you make a new file. Well, if you get to question 4 and you get stuck, you know, you could just skip ahead to question 5, go through and like at least get the rest of the exam done. And then if you need to, you could double back and you could do question 4. I've seen so many students fail the exam because they get stuck on one question, and that one question is only worth, you know, a small percentage of the total points. And the very next question is a whole new data set. And so like, you don't even really have to worry about it. Like you don't, you know, I don't know about configuration tables. I can't remember how to do them. Well, when you get to that question, you can just skip to the next question and it's a whole new data set. So that's what I mean when I say tips and tricks for passing any exam. You know, look at the point values for each question. If it's a lower point thing, you don't have to worry as much about it. Look for the ones that are the higher point questions. Get them done first. Those types of strategies are really important for any exam. Alrighty. What else is going on in the world of TooTallToby? So far, every student who has taken this course has passed their CSWP on the first try. You know, once they've taken it. Not every student who's taken the class has taken their CSWP yet, but everyone who has passed it on the first try. I'm very proud of that stat. Let's keep it going. Let's keep that stat rolling along. And we also posted a couple more party packs. If you're ever just interested in getting some standalone models that you could use, especially if you're an instructor and you want to get some standalone PDFs of challenges to give out to your students to print out and then to share with your students, or print out and share with your coworkers. We have a tier 1 party pack and a tier 2 party pack. These seem like they're getting pretty popular, so I'm going to make some other ones, tier 3, tier 4, maybe even a tier 5 party pack. And this will let people just kind of download a 10-pack of standalone challenges that they can print out and distribute. Or to your friends. I mean, Christmas is coming up. You could print it out and distribute it to your friends and family for Christmas. That's probably what they are looking forward to seeing under the Christmas tree. I love Asia's eyes answer coming in at 8 place decimal. That's what we need. Gotta make sure. Yeah, more party packs. Exactly. More party packs. More party packs and more party packs inbound. And we do have a shirt shop. I just put this up because I know there was people that were asking for shirts, and we still have some of the black TTT technical tips and tricks shirts in-house for sale, but we don't have all the different sizes. And then like you can get sweatshirts and different style t-shirts and stuff like that. So there is a link to that down below, Spread Shop. Feel free to try it out. You know, no pressure on that one, but we do have some merch down there in the in the spread shop. The black, yeah, our in-house black TTT shirts are sold out in XL, but we have some other stuff. Need some vaporware merch. We can make that happen. We can definitely make that happen. I love that idea. That's a great idea. And finally, when it comes to the website, TooTallToby.com, the Practice Models app. The Practice Models app now comes in 2 flavors. It comes in the totally free version that is available for everyone, and now there is a new premium version. So you'll notice here that some of these guys have this gold TTT badge next to their name. That means that they are on the premium version of Practice Models. That unlocks the full library. So we still have some of the models available in the library for free, but if you want, and when you're using the free version, you get access to all the great analytics that we have. You get access to the practice models. You get access to the tutorial videos. You get access to all the analytics, the completion analytics, the timing, everything like that. How fast did you finish? How fast did you finish compared to the field? The difference is that once you upgrade to the premium option, that's when you get access to the additional models. So access the entire library of, actually, this is 100 now. Officially 100. 100 practice models challenges, access to new practice models challenges every month. There's 10 new challenges every month that we're adding to the website, and then a special gold badge displayed next to your name on the leaderboard. So Practice Models Premium is officially launched. We just launched it back at the beginning of the month, and we are continuing to add new models I think we have it on schedule for every 3 to 4 days to get us up to those 10 new models every month. So it's basically $10 for 10 new models every month. That's the pricing scheme, right in line with the party packs. So if you're interested in that, if you want to give it a try, you can always try Practice Models for free, kind of get used to how it works, see if you like it. And then if you do like it and you want access to that full library, once you're done using the free, if you use up all the free models, we do have a lot of free models in there for everyone. But if you get through all them, you're done with them, and then you want to really access that full library, that's how you can do that. Right through your profile info. You can see this is my Nikola Tesla profile page. And I think that's it. Oh, the Discord server. Don't forget to check out the Discord server. We get into a lot of good discussions on there on the TooTallToby Discord server. Link down below in the description. So I think that's it for now. I think it's going to bring us to our answer for our first challenge. But don't forget, if you like all this great activity that we got going on at TooTallToby.com, take a moment, hit the like button, subscribe, share, and reshare. Always good. Looks like we got 33 likes, the magic number 33. That's what we like to see. 33 likes. We got 48 people watching right now. Welcome, everyone. Don't forget to let us know if you are here in the chat and you're here for the first time. Khalil in the chat says, will there be some, in the future, some SolidWorks electrical tutorials? Probably not. I don't have the electrical seat. I don't have enough, I don't have enough customers that are interested in electrical for me to justify buying that seat. So probably not going to be something that you're going to see here on our channel, the electrical tutorials. But I do appreciate the question. Always glad to see a Sparky out there in the chat. I love the electrical. I've taught that class before, SolidWorks electrical. I know how the software works, but I just don't have access to the seat right now to really do any value add for that particular product. All right, let's go. Don't forget, guys, training December 3rd and 4th. If you want to do sheet metal, if you want to do a deep dive into some of the different sheet metal features, December 3rd and 4th, sheet metal fundamentals. We're going to have a sheet metal advanced class at some point too, where we'll go a little bit deeper into some of these topics. But for sheet metal fundamentals, everything you need to get through a lot of the TooTallToby, most of the TooTallToby practice models in sheet metal, that'll be covered in that class. Of course, along with some additional stuff. All right, guys, this first model here is from our friend PCRduino. Recognizing him as a longtime supporter of the show and a new member at TooTallToby.com. So I mentioned that at the bottom of the page, you can choose join. And when you choose join, that lets you become a member. That's going to give you, it's going to let you show everyone that you're supporting the channel. It's going to give you custom emojis, and it's going to give you a personal practice model. At least for the first 10 people, we're going to do this personal practice model. And so as PCRduino mentioned, this came from, I thought this was a pretty cool video, because I think this video was posted in like like 2005, or there's some note about it that it's from 2005, and I that's got to be at like the very dawn of YouTube. It's got to be one of the oldest videos that I've ever come across on YouTube. And so when I saw this model in there, I thought it was so cool. So I did my best to model up that arm. I was very glad that you were able to recognize it. And this is one of the arms from this robot that PCRduino makes and teaches his students about all kinds of cool Arduino projects. It's cool to kind of click through and see some of the different projects that people have made. Very much like Mark Rober, like what he's doing. It's like you were doing it first, probably. You know, he's probably stealing your ideas. He's probably watching your channel. So congratulations to PCRduino for being our newest member in this list. But thank you so much to all of our members so far. You can see that we started out with Rich Penn here, our first member, and we're now working our way up here to PCRduino. We had Rich Penn, we had Bob, we had Dom, we had Min Watex, we had Fully Defined, we had Aaron C., we had Victor K, and now we have PCRduino on this list. Congratulations. And who's going to be next? I guess we're going to find out next week. I can sort of guess maybe who that is going to be just from the way that those first letters are spaced out with those next letters. I think I might know who that might be, but we'll see who it is next week in our next episode of Model Monday Live. But thank you so much to all of our members, and feel free to get on this program by hitting that join button down at the bottom. So let's get into it here and see who was the first person to answer this. I think I remember seeing that first answer come in, so I think I might know who the first person was, but I don't know if they got it right. Here we go. Aaron C., 83.49. We'll call it 83.5 grams. Rambros, 83.5 right behind him. Man, these guys are so fast. Two of the fastest runners in the world. Very impressive. Gray coming in here. What's up, Gray? 81.7. Ooh, I like that diversity. Gray revising, 83.5. Okay, matching back up with what these guys said, 83.5. Fee coming in, 81.8. Very nice. Dom Linder, 83.36. We'll round that up to, I guess, 83.4. Let's see what else we got here. Carlos coming in 82.35. We'll call that 82.4. Asai coming in 84.18619.025. Very nice. Very, very nice. Z coming in with a revised answer. I think maybe slightly revised. So it's like revised way out here on the end. Very nice. Let's see here. We got Paul C78. What's up, Paul? Welcome. 82.9. Very nice. Omri 81.6. Paul C revising 84.9. LCR Brick Tech 81.8. And we got Omri 82.5. Paragene coming in 82.1. Zed Joe coming in 80.7. I love all this variety here. And Omri revising to 83.5. And guys, the correct answer for this challenge is 83.5 grams. Very nice. Very nice. Congratulations to none other than Aaron C., our third place finisher in the World Championship of 3D CAD speed modeling last year. Congratulations to Aaron C., my cohort in the Ivan exploit video, an old friend of the show. Well done, my friend. GG. Guys, put a GG in the chat for Aaron C. Well done, my friend. Well done. There we go. I love seeing all these GGs coming in. GG at Aaron C. Congratulations, my friend. Well done. And that is your PCRduino practice model for this Model Monday Live. But guys, we're not done. We're just getting started. So let's get into our next challenge. Here we go. Challenge number 2. This 3D CAD speed modeling challenge begins in 3, 2, 1, go. What is the mass of this part in XXX grams? The tolerance is plus or minus 1 gram. It's a little blast from the past. The material here is ABS, 1020 kilograms per cubic meter. Don't forget about those purple fillets over in that isometric view. Guys, this one is a little tricky just because you have to kind of manage the geometry from the two different views. It's probably the hardest thing about this is that the geometry is close, but not quite identical. So you have to figure out how you're going to handle that. And it's also kind of awkward in the center of this model. Maybe not for you, but it was awkward for me. So good luck to everyone with this model. There's probably some easier ways to do it, some more difficult ways to do it. There was a very similar model to this in the tournament a couple of years ago, but I don't think we've had it on Model Monday Live. So good luck to everyone with this model. Grab a screen capture. I'm going to take a sip of my drink, and then we are going to get ready for the next challenge. LCR Brick Tech in the chat says, good GG to everyone. Yeah, I should have said that. GG to everyone. If you finish that model, none of these models are easy. You know, I was watching a live stream the other day, and they said, oh, well, if he has it marked as a tier 3, then I think I'm just going to get through it in like 2 minutes. But then it ends up taking me like 15 minutes. You know, so even the tier 3, even the tier 2 models sometimes are not that easy, and it's going to take you a few minutes. So if you were able to get through that model in 15 minutes, congratulations. That's a great run. And if you weren't able to get through it, that's okay too. You know, we can always get better. Just more and more practice is going to let us get better. We were actually just having a meeting this morning talking about the improvements that we're making to the practice models app, and giving you guys some more tools to be able to, you know, practice more than once. So FPV Kev coming into the chat, 82.45. Well done, my friend. Well done. Definitely within tolerance, I think. Wait, no, it's 83.5. A little out of tolerance. Maybe forgot to fill it or something. Forgot something. It was that fill it on that last part that this one right here, for some reason, adding this as a feature fillet, SolidWorks did not like that. It's really strange. It's right here. No. This one right here. SolidWorks did not like that. It kept giving me 0 thickness. It was weird. But we figured out how to do it. Yeah, the first model. Yep, FPV Cav. Yeah, the first model, the answer to that one was 83.5. 83.5. Sorry, spoiler. Spoiler. Nice. Well done, my friend. All in one sketch. I like it. All right, guys. Good luck on this second challenge. And we're going to do some Onshape. I love Onshape. You guys know I love Onshape. I know there's a lot of solutions out there, but, you know, being a SolidWorks professional, SolidWorks expert, and then, you know, kind of having to choose between the new offering from that team and choosing from the offering from PTC with Onshape, it feels almost like the Onshape offering is closer to SolidWorks than the other offering, which is a little bit weird, but, you know, that certainly is just an opinion, just subjective, but definitely is refreshing to see that there's like, it's almost like there's a SolidWorks that exists entirely on the web in the browser, and that is called Onshape. Like, it just feels that much similar. And then all the little things that, you know, that maybe you've wished could be improved, like, have been improved. So definitely, you know, I've said it before, guys, I'm kind of having a honeymoon with Onshape. So while you guys are working on that live solve of that mount plate, let's go into Onshape and do a live solve. I'm going to try to create a 3D model from this drawing. I'm going to try to do this as what's called a live solve. Now, this drawing is marked as a tier 4 drawing. I feel like maybe that's a little bit of a stretch. I think maybe this is more of a tier 3 drawing. Maybe I bumped it up a level because we're working in inches instead of metric. So I said, that's going to automatically push it up one level. But this definitely feels a little more like a tier 3 than a tier 4 drawing. However, if you split up the model into a bunch of different features, like if you do the fillets as their own feature, and if you do the counter bore as its own feature, and if you do this cylinder here as its own feature, I can maybe see it getting up to enough features for it to be considered a tier 4 model. But regardless, let's get into it here with today's Onshape 3D modeling live solve. And in this live solve, what we're going to try to do is we're going to try and take this 2D print and turn it into a 3D model. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're just going to look at the title block. We're going to see that this is made from IPS, or made using IPS, which is inches for our units. It's made from 1060 aluminum alloy, which has a density of 2,700 kilograms per cubic meter. So now I know that I'm going to be working in inches. So now the first thing I'm going to do when I'm looking at this 2D print is I'm going to ask myself, where should the origin be located in my 3D model? And usually to answer that question, what we look for is kind of like the center of the action. Now, how do you determine what is the center of the action? Well, the first thing that you can look for are centerline symmetry notes. If you can see that the model is going to be symmetric, then that's going to at least help you understand that the origin is going to be somewhere along this center line. Then the next thing that you can look for are common dimensions, or dimensions that all seem to be originating from one location. And in the case of this model, it looks like there are a lot of dimensions originating from this kind of top line of the model. So with that all being said, I'd say the origin could probably be here. The other thing we could always do is put the origin here. Anytime you have like a central bore that's going through the model, you're not going to go wrong putting the origin there at that central bore. So we could certainly go either way, looking down on the top. And then from the front view here, I'd say the origin will just be right here, right along the lower edge of the model. Usually, if your part is going to be setting upon something else, you'll just put the origin on that face where it's setting upon the next item in the stack. Now, how do we ultimately get good at this? We just get good at this through practice, practice, practice. I try to give you a lot of good tips and tricks to help you refine this skill, but this definitely is a skill. Anytime you're looking at something, whether it's a 2D print or whether it's a physical object in the real world, and you want to put that into 3D CAD, you have to know where is the origin going to be located, because that's going to then segue into your next decision, which is what's my starting sketch plane going to be and what is my first sketch going to look like. Sometimes we call this starting plane, starting profile. So in the case of this model, I think that my starting plane is going to be the top plane, and my starting profile is probably going to look something like this. I like to keep my sketches simple. So my starting sketch is going to probably look something like this, and then I'll mirror it across, and then I'll have something that I could extrude. Now, it's true that we could also include these circles in the first sketch, and I've been getting better and better at that over time, so maybe I'll do that this time around just to kind of show you some skills in Onshape using those circles. But that might feel like you're overcomplicating the challenge, and certainly if you wanted to, you could save that type of geometry for later on in the design. So now we have a basic game plan. We know what our starting sketch plane is going to be. We know what our starting profile is going to be. We know where the origin is going to be. The final thing we want to ask ourselves is, how is this model going to all come together? So we're going to be creating a lot of the sketch geometry here on the top plane. We're going to be creating the basic perimeter on the top plane. We're going to be creating these circles on the top plane. And I think this basic perimeter is going to come straight up, and then those circles are going to end up coming straight up and maybe being cut extrude from the top. So then the final thing we need to deal with is this rib. And so I'm going to try to sketch these lines here and then use the rib tool in Onshape, and we'll see if that lets us create those ribs. Hopefully it will. And if it doesn't, we'll have to come up with some kind of a workaround. So we kind of think through how to create the model. We think through not only the very first feature, but also some subsequent features, kind of get a game plan, and then we are ready to move into the software and put this game plan into action. So I'm going to start out by grabbing a screen capture of this 2D print. I'm going to move that screen capture over onto my second monitor, and then I'm going to get into Onshape, and we're going to take a look at Onshape here, and let's bring up our keyboard cam so you guys can see all the different cool keyboard shortcuts that I'm using. And we're going to choose to create a new document. Now, I'm working in the free version of Onshape today, so this is going to be in the public space. So if you ever want to go into Onshape and search the public space, you can see here in the free version, there's a link over here for the public space. You can search that public space, and then you can search for this text string, 24WC-07-foot. So I'm going to say create public document. And now here we are in our public document. Now, the very first thing we need to do after creating that document before we start sketching is we need to go up here to this hamburger menu, and we need to choose workspace units, and then we need to choose inch. So hamburger menu, guys, hit the like button if you like hamburgers or if you like hamburger menus. So hamburger menu, and then we're going to go here to inch, and then we're going to go, that's for our unit of measurement, our length, and then we're going to go down here to our unit of mass, and that is going to be pounds, because the question on the drawing is, what is the mass of this part in pounds? And the unit system is inches. And so now I'm going to choose the top plane. I'm going to press S on my keyboard. I'm going to choose to begin a sketch. Randy says, I like hot dogs better. Yeah, I could be down with that too. So I'm going to choose this top plane. I'm going to begin a sketch. I'm going to orient my view, and I'm going to press N on my keyboard to get normal 2, and then I'm going to press the S key again, and I'm going to begin sketching. Now, since I've decided that I'm going to create kind of a complex sketch here with circles, I am going to choose to put the circle here at the origin. So I single click, move my mouse over, single click again, and that smallest circle is 1 inch in diameter. Enter, single click, move my mouse over, single click again. That next largest circle is 1.375. That's the counter bore. Single click, move my mouse over, single click again, let go of my mouse, and this largest circle is going to be 1.75 inches in diameter. Now, not only do I have those initial sketches created and defined, but I also kind of have a sense of proportion for the rest of the sketch. So now when I press the S key and jump into the line command, I can create this additional geometry, and I know it's going to at least be sort of close to the correct size. When I go to create this kind of chamfer shape here, I want to be careful not to get horizontal to the origin. This comes up a little bit short. That'll save me having to clean up that relationship later. I'll single click up here at the corner, single click to move over here, and then I could come down here with a line, and I'm going to press Q on my keyboard, and what Q does is it gives me a construction line, and that's going to set me up nicely to perform a mirror command. So now I could go up here to my sketching tools, I could choose mirror, pick this line, and then pick the entities to be mirrored. And there we go. That gives us a nice mirror of that geometry. I'll hit escape. Now I'm going to press the S key and jump into the smart dimension command. And now I can start putting in some of these additional dimensions. 2.5 wide. The distance down here to this circle is 2.5 as well. The distance here down to this lower line is 4 inches. The distance here for this chamfer, horizontal distance here across for this chamfer is 0.75. And the angle of this chamfer from this line to this line is 60. And look at that. All of our geometry changed from blue to black. And that means that we are working with what's called a fully defined or a fully constrained sketch. And that's always important because when your sketches are fully defined or fully constrained, they're going to be predictable. When they're underdefined and you make a change, you're not really going to know what that change is going to do. Now, this is kind of a complex sketch in general with all these, extra geometry that's in there, but that's okay. I'm going to show you how we can quickly work through and work with this complex sketch. So I'm going to start out by clicking the extrude command here, or from my S key, because I've customized my S key, I'm going to choose the extrude command, and then I'm just going to go through and choose all these regions. I'm going to do the whole thing as a solid, and the reason I do that is because I find that a lot of times if you need to go back and modify the design later, it's easier when the features are kind of discrete. So I'm going to choose to make this as a solid, and I'm going to choose to extrude this up to a height of 0.75. Enter, and then if I hold shift and I press enter, I can jump right back into the extrude command again. So shift enter, and now I'm back in the extrude command again, and that means that I can simply go over to the tree and I can click show here, and then I can choose the boundaries that I want to extrude. So like this, and this is what I want to extrude this time, and that's going to go up to a height of 2 inches, and I'm going to press enter to update the preview, and then I'm going to hold shift and press enter, and that takes me back into the extrude command again. So now I could choose this perimeter here, and I could say I want that to be a remove, which is a cut in onshape, and that cut is going to have an end condition here of through all. There we go. Remove that material, and then I can hold shift and press enter again, and that takes me into, through all, and shift enter, and that takes me into the extrude command one last time. And so for this last one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose this area here, this region here. This is going to be a remove, and then once I do that remove, I'm going to say that I want the starting offset. So I don't want it to start at the sketch plane. I want it to start with an offset, and I want that offset to be an entity. So here, instead of blind for the starting offset, I'm going to say I want that to be an entity, and I want it to be this face. So you can see what's happening here is I'm saying I want that cut extrude to start from this face up here and then cut down, and that's going to go down to a depth of 0.5. That's the depth of my C-bore. And so there you can see that I was able to use that one single sketch to make 1, 2, 3, 4 extrusions. And you can see the power of using shift enter to repeat the previous command. So now I'm going to hide that sketch, and I'm ready to move on now to my rib sketch. Now you can see here in the drawing that the rib sketch, the brace, it says the brace touches this circular edge here. The brace touches this circular edge here. So how do we create that in 3D CAD? Well, if you have the option, using pierce is a great option to pierce that rib to that circular edge, because pierce is going to pick up the relationship where that circular edge, this edge here, the circular edge, is passing through the sketch plane. So pierce is going to be a great solution for that type of a challenge. So let's go into the model here. Let's pick the right plane. I'm going to press S key, begin a sketch, and then I'm going to sketch a line here that comes down at an angle. And then once I sketch that line that's coming down at an angle, I'm going to choose this line and this edge here, and I'm going to choose pierce. I think the shortcut is Shift G. Yeah, Shift G for pierce. So pierce, and then I'm going to choose this endpoint here and this curve, and then I'm going to Shift G for pierce, and there we go. That gives us that rib geometry exactly where we want it. And then I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to take this endpoint. I'm going to pick this arc here, Shift G, which is pierce. And then I'm going to take this endpoint here, this curve or this edge here, Shift G. And that's going to move that point to wherever that curve is passing through the right plane here, the sketch plane. So now that we've created that rib geometry, let's exit this sketch. Let's jump into the rib command here. So rib, and I'm going to pick this as my sketch profile. And this is going to run parallel to the sketch plane. That's what I want. You can see it says preparing rib. And I've got some red feedback here, and I've got some red feedback down here, red feedback in the tree. And what that's telling me is that this feature is not going to rebuild. So it's saying, rib, it's not going to work here. You know, reverse the direction. See, it's going out in space. Reverse the direction. Maybe extend profile to parts. Not going to work. Uncheck mert. Nope, not going to work. So it's not going to work. Now, the reason that this is not working is because when you have a rib, a lot of times you run into a situation where the rib is trying to extend in this direction and it ends up kind of not having the material to extend in this direction. I'll make a video about this in a little bit more depth in the future, but at this point, you know, we're kind of doing a speed run. We're trying to get this rib to complete. The customer's waiting for these parts. What can we do to resolve this? Well, sometimes you just got to say, you know what, I'm just not going to use the rib command. So I'll cancel out of that. I've still got the sketch here. Let's double click on the sketch to get back into edit sketch mode. And then what we could do is we could just close off this sketch. So I could take a line here that goes across the top like so. I could take a line here that goes across the bottom like so. Now we've got a nice closed contour. And what can we do with that closed contour? What we could do is we could choose S key extrude, tab, tab, tab. This is going to go out to a width of 0.25 for each rib, tab, 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 and then press the space bar for symmetric. And so now you can see we're creating this nice rib running right across the model, and that looks good. It gets us the rib on this side, the rib on this side. However, we end up with all this material here on the inside. Yuck. And we have to get rid of all that material on the inside. And so what we could do, you know, is we could say, well, we were smart earlier, and we created our features in a way that those features were created as explicit features. So what we could do is we could take that rib shape that we drew and just drop it in right here, the rib shape that we drew and drop it in here. And then the next feature is going to be the cut extrude. So that's going to blast through here. So we'll have a hole going through. Then the next feature is the counter bore, and life is good. And so that's a demonstration of how creating each feature as an explicit feature could really save you, because then later on, if you needed to, you could take this sketch and drag it back here after that extrude too, and you could take this feature here and drag it back here. And now look at that. Everything looks good. However, I'm going to Control Z there and Control Z there. However, that wouldn't let us use delete face. And we love using delete face. Guys, put a 1 in the chat if you guys love using delete face. I know that you do. We absolutely love delete face here on this channel. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to press the S key. I've got the delete face command mapped to my S key menu. So I'm going to do a delete face here. I'm going to go into this face here and delete it, this face here and delete it, and this face down here and delete it. And because I'm using delete and heal, and because Onshape is awesome, we can see that that removes that internal geometry. Hit the green check mark, and boom, there we go. That's what we're talking about. So now our final feature here is just going to be these fillets. So S key fillet, tab, tab, tab. This is going to have a radius of 0.5. I'll pick this edge here. I'll pick this edge here. Hit the green check mark, and boom, Now we can come over here into our parts list down at the bottom, right mouse button. We could choose edit appearance. And once we choose edit appearance, we can make this kind of a gray color like it is on the print. That's just for bonus points. And then we can right mouse button once again on that part from the parts list, and we can say assign material. And the material that we're going to assign here is going to come from the custom TooTallToby materials library. And that material is going to be 1060 aluminum alloy. Hit the green check mark. And now we can go down here into the corner. Way down here in the corner, we've got this mass properties tool. And so the mass properties for this thing come up with a mass of 0.793 pounds, 0.793 pounds. So I'm going to enter that into the chat, and let's return to our PowerPoint and see if we got it right. 0.793 pounds, and let's see if we got it right here. The correct answer is 0.793 pounds. Oh yeah, we did it. We got it right. That's what I'm talking about. And that is your Onshape live solve. If you enjoyed that, be sure to like, be sure to subscribe, be sure to leave me a comment down below. Let me know if you learned anything cool from that live solve. And let me know, of course, if you have any questions about that live solve. Thank you, Ram Bros. GG, Toby. I appreciate it. Aaron C says, I don't remember where it was, but I know I've lost time because I put the origin somewhere else and then I got to the rib and wished I could go back and move the whole part. Yeah. Well, you could always use insert features, move copy to move the whole part. But you know, then all your sketches will be all off kilter. All right, guys, let's get into our final answer. Before we do, I just want to remind you to please support the channel, like and subscribe. We got 40 people watching. We got, how many likes we got now? We got 44 likes. We did it. We ratioed the like count. we got 44 likes. And we got 40 people watching. That's what I like. And we got Aaron C coming in with some value in the super chat. Thank you so much, Aaron C. Not only a super subscriber, but also coming in with some super chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Very much appreciate that. If anybody else wants to get on that super chat train, now is the time as we are winding down this episode. Be sure to like and share. And don't forget about Value for Value. You can visit the donate page. All right, guys. Oh, one final announcement. December 3rd and 4th. I don't know if I mentioned this earlier in the live stream. December 3rd and 4th, sheet metal training. Contact Vicky at TooTallToby.com. We'd love to see some more students. If you're interested in learning the fundamentals of sheet metal in SolidWorks, this is your chance. All right, guys. For our second answer, looks like the chat is predicting that the winner was, who the winner was. I'll reserve that announcement until we get it correct. Here we go. First answer comes in from Aaron C. 258.189. We'll call that 258 grams. Gray, 264 grams. AFFI, 256 grams. Rambros, 259 grams. Wow, this is a really, really diverse grouping of answers here. Dom coming in 258 grams. Gray revising 258. Dom saying GG, Aaron. Omri 264, very nice. This is a tricky model, guys. I hope you guys had some fun with this. It's a pretty fun model. It looks way easier than it was, right? It's like when I first look at this, I'm like, this will be a piece of cake. And then when I get in and start doing it, I'm like, why is there all this extra junk here in this section? How do you clear that out? What's the best way to pattern it? If you're going to do it as a pattern, could you maybe do it as a mirror instead? There's so many decision points along the tree. So this was a really fun one. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Omri 264, Ozzy 258, off AFFI 264. Peregrine 269, Omri 264. Nice. Peregrine revising 264. I like it. Paul C 258, LCR BrickTech 234. Very nice, very nice. Appreciate all the ones there for the delete face. Yes, indeed, delete face is epic. LCR BrickTech 258. And we got any more down here? Wandy, what's up? Welcome to the channel, 264. Thanks for joining us today. Great to see you in here. And guys, the correct answer is 259 plus or minus 1 gram, which means that our winner is Aaron C. Oh, wait, no. Which means that our winner is Aaron C. 258, which is within that tolerance. I had to do some quick math there in my head, Aaron C. 258 is correct. So Aaron C. scoops today. Clean sweep. GG to Aaron C. for sweeping the challenges today. Wow, wow, wow. Super impressive. Wow. Man, that is awesome. Good job, Aaron. What a flex. What a way to start the week. GG. That is awesome, man. Congratulations. And of course, GG to everyone. Yes, of course. Very important to remember. If you guys did that challenge, that's impressive. If you were able to do that challenge in that limited amount of time, that's not an easy part. None of these parts are easy, excuse me. So congratulations to our winners, and really congratulations to everyone. Thank you so much to the chat, the most amazing chat ever. Such a fun way to start the week here on Model Monday Live. So don't forget that throughout the week, tell at least one coworker about the channel. Don't forget to check out practicemodels.com. We are adding new practice models every couple of days. New challenges get added. We're up to now 100 practice models, and either today or tomorrow, we're going to introduce a brand new material for the practice models challenges. And I want to say thank you so much. Next week, November 18th, we are planning to have another episode of Model Monday Live. Then we'll probably take a break for the holiday. So hopefully we'll see everyone in here next week. But between now and then, if you see any other YouTube content, please like it. Please share it out to your social media. Hit the little share button. It's a great way to keep growing the channel. And thank you all so much for joining me. Like I said, this is it's such a fun way to start the week. It's such a positive way to get some, some education and some entertainment. So I really appreciate everybody who's supporting the channel. Don't forget to sign up for Practice Models and Practice Models Premium. That's another way that you can continue to get your fix. And I hope everybody has a great rest of your day on Monday. And I hope everybody has a great rest of the week. See you, everybody.